anything like that! Hey, look at that!
Problems there.
And here comes Hurst. He's got some people on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Hello and welcome to They Think It's All Over, the Coventry City of sports quizzes. Our season's over by the beginning of November. With Gary and Rory, a woman who holds a unique place in footballing history. She inspired the chant, "Who ate all the pies?" Joe Brown. With David and Lee as a former England international whose status as a world-class player was finally confirmed in 1990 when Graham Taylor discarded him from the England squad. Chris Waddle. We start with our goal celebrations round. We show the teams a goal being scored and then being celebrated and ask what the players were up to. David, Lee and Chris, Premiership action for you. From last season, Tottenham's Rule Fox scoring against Coventry City.
It has been a good game as Wilson floats one in. Falls to Fox! And another goal here at Highfield Road.
Do you read in the toilet?
No, not usually.
I do. Do you read in the toilet, Dave?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Somebody holds a book for you, obviously. Well, what happens, right, I have to sort of demonstrate.
Have you ever had one? No, okay.
When you go to the toilet, right, is you sit there, don't you, and you're reading like that, yeah? And when
You've
you
got a
stand
very
up...
high toilet in your house, haven't you?
Yeah. So you read like that, right? Yeah. And then you get the elbow tan, which is like these red marks on your knees. So they've all just been for a boo, and they're going like that, so the crowd don't know.
No.
Is it that they're friction-powered footballers?
Are they all shaking hands with someone really sweaty? A bit like...
Can I have a go?
Yeah, I think you should, quite honestly.
Is it because blokes just can't stop rubbing things?
I think that's the closest yet.
I mean, like brass and...
Yeah,
their
obviously.
penises, obviously.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gary.
Are they prisoners of war? And they're escaping, they're digging a tunnel and they're getting rid of all the soil down their shoulders.
A sketch from Reeves and Mortimer show.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 points for that, Chris. Well done.
Chris, how tall am I?
6'1".
6'1", so you've got no problem judging height then? Just wanted to check.
Just you got the right answer.
Teachers, pet, can't stand them.
Yeah, well done, son, well done.
Well done. Let's let Rule Fox himself give his side of the story.
We were watching telly, the Reeves and Mortimer show, and they had a comedy sketch where they done this. We decided the next day before the game that if any of us scored, that we'd do the celebration, and that's why it came about.
I don't know why Rule Fox is in the middle of a field there. If Coventry had scored, they apparently had their own celebration based on Brookside. They'd have staged a lesbian kiss and buried Dion Dublin under the centre circle. Arsenal also have a favourite TV comedy show, Drop the Drunk Donkey. Gary, Rory and Joe, we take you to that hotbed of total football, Scunthorpe. Here they are, scoring against Carlisle.
Now here's a chance for Juriev. He's taken it. Goal to Scunthorpe.
Any ideas?
Is it the Douglas Bader dance formation team?
Douglas Bader didn't have any legs.
Is it because they got very excited because they'd scored a goal and it's very hard to run with a hard-on, so...
Joe, how do you know it's hard to run with a hard-on, Joe?
I don't know. It's quite hard. It's hard to run with a wide-on.
Can I just remind you that my parents are in the audience tonight? So you don't want that sort of language.
Well, can I just check with you?
Yeah.
What what we can say. Can we say poo?
Can say poo, I think.
Bum?
Bum, certainly.
Mariella Frostrup?
What was the bet?
10 quid if I got a laugh out of Mariella Frostrup.
That's not unusual, Gary giving a woman sort of money after you. Can I just say, Vinnie Jones, I think you're a real tosser. And Gary told me to say that.
Have they just shaved their legs and we're just, you know, really proud of them? Did you shave
I don't
yours?
think that's the answer.
I don't shave my legs,
Don't.
no.
You should show us, go on. No, she doesn't. Look
What,
at
no,
them.
far
And they're
away.
smooth.
You've got a hard on now.
Wait, I can reveal, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes, I have.
That's your microphone.
These side bets are getting ridiculous. This one, if Gary said he had a hard on, Joe had to give him 60 quid.
Right.
Come on, any ideas?
Men behaving badly.
What?
Well, they sort of dance a bit stupid on that, don't they? Go on.
That's Thunderbirds.
Do they have a German international signed to them, maybe?
Scunthorpe.
East German, obviously, it would have to be.
Is it that that part of the pitch is very hot?
TV critic has probably got
Excellent,
an idea.
Chris.
Can I just say, Chris, before we do that, Vinnie Jones, my mate Gary says he can take you any day.
Come on, Chris.
It's a sketch from Harry Enfield show.
Absolutely correct. Well done, yeah. 2 out of 2. That's unlike you, Chris. That's right. Here's Scunthorpe scorer Ian Durieff to tell us the reason.
Well, actually, it's from a video by Harry Enfield, and he's an old Arsenal side, I think he is, and he scores a goal, and then chow, back to the halfway line, sort of straight in, well, he decided to do that.
OK, so the score at the end of that round is Gary's team with 0 and David's team with 4. It's round 2, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for our injury board. Each team picks a number from the board, revealing a famous sporting celebrity and an object. We want to know how the object injured the person and stop them competing. David's team, can you pick a number, please?
1, please.
Number 1. OK, let's have a look. Yep, that's England's Test superhero, deadly Derek Pringle, and an equally deadly envelope. So how did a manila prevent Del Boy from playing for England against India in 1982?
It was a letter from the chairman selector saying you're not playing.
Was it an envelope that was meant for George Graham and it landed there by mistake and he broke his spine trying to pick it up?
That's not a long way away from the correct answer, actually.
Is it Reader's
Now, where were you?
Digest?
Where were you?
Was it from Reader's Digest saying you may have already won a place in the England cricket team?
Dear Mr. Prongle.
Yeah.
Don't knock it. Don't knock it. I've got over 100 of those letters saying, Dear Mr. Davis Grower, you've been picked to play for England.
Rory, I'm doing a gig in Cambridge.
Oh, good.
You coming along? Give me a call when you want to come.
Oh,
Can I come
Phone
along
me Saturday
and,
after 6 o'clock.
OK.
Because from Cambridge to London, that's just 44p for 6 minutes. You could phone your former cricketing partners in Australia. For how much, Rory?
Well, it's reduced from £5.95 if you're in the scheme by 27%, which comes down to £1.71.
I'm on Mercury. And they're 20% cheaper, but I haven't done the advert yet, so hello.
Any chance of playing the game for a bit, or...?
Was he not sitting at his desk one night as an educated fellow, writing a letter, but his back went into spasm as he was sat at his desk writing this letter, something like that.
You're nearly there. The answer is that the night before the Test match, Pringle severely strained his back, putting free match tickets into an envelope. This, of course, is not the first time a cricketer has been severely embarrassed by envelopes.
Have you licked a lot of flaps, then? I'm just wondering, you know.
Well, of course, when they rang David and asked whether he'd like to be photographed licking a buff Manila, he thought he'd be meeting a girl from the Philippines. Gary's team, pick a number.
Number 7, please, David.
Number 7, OK, thank you. So that's Milan and Italy keeper Sebastiano Rossi and a roll of toilet roll.
Flaps. do you mean labia?
That's enough now, please.
Sorry, your mum's in.
Yes,
right.
exactly.
I thought the labia was at the side of the motorway when you pull over.
Did he have to fight Lee Hurst for the Andrex commercial?
Had all the paper gone, and did he injure himself using the cardboard tube inside? Yeah, sort of try and unravel the spiral, you know.
It actually looks like a licorice allsort. Did he swallow it?
How much does a roll of Andrex cost, Lee, by the way?
A roll of Andrex?
After 6 o'clock.
Yeah, after 6 o'clock.
Did someone throw it and it sort of went in his eyes and he ran into the goal post and hurt himself?
Was it such good quality toilet paper that actually absorbed him?
Joe got it right first time. Yeah, somebody threw it and it hit him on the head, obviously. We can actually see Rossi being injured by the loo paper now. It happened during a televised match between AC Milan and Parma in 1993. The big puff. The most embarrassing thing thrown onto the pitch at the San Siro Stadium since Luther Blissett. So at the end of that round, Gary's team have 3 and David's team have 5. OK, in our next round, we're looking for explanations. We show our team some peculiar sporting footage and then ask what's going on. Gary's team, what do you make of this?
Is it an aerial armpit shaving display team?
I just had an idea, Lee. What you could do is get a felt pen, a broad line marker, and just draw on a sort of black chin strap there, like that bloke, and then look as if you've got like a crash helmet on. Do your Sean Connery impression while waiting on. Okay.
Model
remote control.
Yeah, model aeroplanes. What specific event of model aeroplaning?
Flying.
Synchronised.
Synchronised, no. Hand it across. Any ideas?
Is it the World Helium Catfighting Championship?
That's bizarre. I'm also interested in the thing at the back on the wall, if we can see that again. There's a sort of grid there.
That is
it's the injury board, isn't it?
It's the thing you do practice taking penalties. If you can...
How do you know?
If you can... Say you get a 10 if you hit the top corner,
right,
and a 4 if you hit the obviously. If you're just hating the shot, you'll see a tree and you'll probably find my ball stuck in it.
No idea.
Is it sort of this fighting? What was it? The plane bit?
Dogfight.
Dogfight.
It is dogfight, so I'll give you a bonus point for that. Yeah, it was, of course, model aircraft flying for the 1994 World Championships in China. Britain's Mervyn Jones was competing in the combat discipline, which is what we needed, where the model planes dogfight with each other. Later on, there was a nasty incident when the Chinese model aeroplane flew into Taiwan's airspace and had to be shot down by a bloke with a catapult. Rory, of course, has some sympathy with aircraft enthusiasts. He, too, has spent many hours alone in his bedroom, fingers all stuck together, poring over catalogues of models. David's team, some football for you, but the question is, what is going on here? Any ideas?
Is it what Tony Adams sees after a bad night out?
Does a Volvo come and knock them over?
That stuff is to protect you from a certain tackle. Is that it?
Yeah, well, it was the over-the-top tackle, wasn't it?
No, I can't give it to either of you because it isn't about the protection. In fact, it was a 1978 excerpt from a current affairs programme, Tonight. Let's have a look.
These two experienced footballers have agreed to demonstrate some of the intentional and dangerous fouls one sees in club football today. Their identity is concealed to protect them from possible FA charges of bringing the game into disrepute.
Those were the days of real men in football. Ron, Chopper Harris, Norman, Bites-Your-Legs Hunter. And what do we get now? Gary's slightly critical remark in the Radio Times Lineker. You still sometimes see footballers wearing masks. Paul Gascoigne used one to cover a cheek injury. Gary Mabbott had one for similar reasons. And most of the Arsenal squad wore them when they knocked off Highbury Post Office last week. So, at the end of that round, Gary's team have 4 and David's team have 6. Our next round is all about publicity photographs. We show each team a publicity photo and ask them to explain the reason behind it. This week, both photos involve naked men. Gary's team first. That's Fergie's former boyfriend, the Austrian tennis star Thomas Muster, baring his arse. But why?
Had he
had a bet with Joe Brand, I reckon.
Friend of Fergie's. Had he just been in the royal box? He'd just been in the royal box where he'd been unseated. No, he just did it for the crack.
Is it to publicise the new Wimbledon bike park?
What do you think of his arse then, Joe? Is that a good one? How does it compare to Gary's, which you saw earlier on?
Did I?
Did you recognise it?
No.
That was Gary's arse.
It was Lee's head.
I thought it was because you were talking out of it.
Is it just some charity do?
Yeah, sort of. What happens to clothes?
That auction.
Perfect, 3 points, yeah. The reason that the boy Muster gave was that he'd just auctioned all of his clothes to raise money for needy and underprivileged children, or Beatrice and Eugenie, as they're called. The papers have accused Fergie of following Thomas Muster around the world, but it's probably just a coincidence. Stay in any foreign city long enough and Fergie will turn up sooner or later. She got so close to Muster that she actually based one of the characters in Budgie the Helicopter on him, Thomas the Little Austrian Chopper. David's team, here's your photograph. Manchester United's Eric the
yes.
Pink, but why has he whipped his kit off for the cameras?
You mean he did it on purpose?
What, can you take your clothes off accidentally then, David?
Was he wearing that hat in case a seagull went past?
You played with him, didn't you, at Marseille?
I did, yeah.
Is he a nice bloke?
Yeah, very nice.
No, he's not.
Eric
Cantona, a nice bloke.
So we've got Vinnie Jones after him and Eric Cantona after him. Why did Vinnie Jones cross the road? Because that's where Gary was running away.
Shame.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Vinnie Jones. I'm not in, says Gary. I've got 1,000 of them.
Oh, no!
Is he auditioning for the remake of Psycho? Le Psycho?
You posh twat. Gary said that, posh twat.
I can handle him.
Is he, Oops! He's trying to get up the screen.
God, you're so hard when you're angry.
You ready now?
Oh, sorry. Fix that for us. Blimey, upper class people working. How's your small Filipino boy doing over there?
The answer is he's
Give me the
advertising a big razor.
Absolutely correct for 3 points, yep. He was portrayed clutching a lady's razor and wearing a pink frilly shower cap, although he'd mysteriously taken off his big girl's blouse. Cantona was born in the French city of Marseille, a place so far from Manchester, it's a wonder he didn't grow up supporting United. OK, so at the end of that round, Gary's team have 7, And Chris Waddle has 9. It's time for our regulars to fumble in the dark as we play Field the Sportsman. Gary and Rory, you're up first, so if you'd like to take your blindfolds with you. They have 90 seconds to deduce the identity of a mystery sporting personality using only their fingers.
So, Chris, did you pay Gareth Southgate some money then?
What for?
Take the heat off you for a bit, you know, just wondering.
Can we have our first mystery guest, please? OK, your 90 seconds start now.
Oh. Oh, what's that? Funny shaped ball? We must have had mumps. Or 1 mump, maybe.
Gary, oi.
Give us a clue. Oh.
Come on. You can say it. You.
I'm going to lose my place.
I don't know, he's wearing an AstroTurf bathing cap.
Rory, at least you know it isn't Frank Bruno.
I'm a great admirer of this chap.
He's a rugby league player, there you go.
Oh, dear.
Martin of Fire.
Absolutely correct.
Hey!
So, how many other rugby league players do you know then?
Lots.
Yeah? Name some.
No.
I had a feeling. OK, David, Lee?
Must we?
Yes, I'd love you to. OK, ready? Can we have our second mystery guest, please? OK, your 90 seconds start now.
How do you do?
I'll give you a clue as I gave them one.
Hang on a minute.
Is that the same ball again?
No, it's a rugby union player.
You sure?
Rugby union?
Yeah.
Right.
Ah.
You're right.
What was that? Ah!
I told you he's got a thing for sportsmen.
You can't hit him, David. Your seconds aren't here.
Okay, ain't this the same bloke, is it, Martin of Fire?
Absolutely correct. Okay, at the end of that round, Gary's team have 10 and David's team have 12. We've reached our final round, the lip-smacking, thirst-quenching name game. The winning team goes first, and that's David's team at the moment. Pass those along to Lee. This week, once again, all the answers are team names, real teams from all over the world. As many as you can in 90 seconds. OK, your 90 seconds, Lee, start now.
His team. Rory's team.
Arsenal. Gary Lane.
Correct. Hey, oh, filth. Old Bill in London. Coppers, loads of them. And they get truncheons and they play rugby. Who are the place in London? Oh, shit. This is a place in America. It's a city that has earthquakes.
San Francisco.
49ers.
Correct. Well done. You use it to clean your bath out and you can play football against them in Holland.
Flash.
This is what Dave is. He's not a lady, he's a...
Gentlemen?
Correct. You can smoke these and...
Cigars?
No, football something, cricket something, what do you call them? If you... Again, the people who take part in the sport are...
Players.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's a rugby team. It's up north, it's on the Humber. It's above Grimsby. Hull.
Kingston Rovers.
Correct, there you go. And... Whoa. Joe's got 2 of them, but there's only one and it's French. Team football.
Waddle.
No, that's got 2. Not a tit. What's another word for...
Breast?
Yes, correct. This is what Dave has under the desk.
Which one is it then?
It's not girls, it's boys. And the first word is... don't use...
Time. Looking forward to some songs this weekend at football grounds. Get your Bordeaux out for the lads. OK, Rory, your 90-second start now.
Japanese football team, bit of an earner for you.
Nagoya Grand Passate.
Correct. Rugby team, something black sheep.
Bar.
The Barbars.
Yeah, the Barbarians, correct.
Barbarians.
I have that. Italian football team, misty, not more than misty.
Foggier.
Yeah,
Foggier.
very good indeed. 2 words. Second word is what you have during sex half an hour before your wife. We'll see another word for that.
Come.
Yeah, no.
Ejaculation.
It's Greek for ladder, if that's any help.
Yeah, that'll help them.
No.
Is it quite
First word is a yoga position.
Lotus.
Lotus ejaculation will do.
No point there.
Jesus' surname.
Christ.
Yeah, Elvis
Presley.
was the... King. Yeah, Christ the King. Posh cricket team named after some woman, East Anglian County. Norfolk.
The Duchess of
Norfolk.
Lavinia.
Lavinia, yes.
Well done.
Football club, I don't know where they're from, but they're named after an Indian dish. An Indian dish you cook everything in. You know, it's like... Baltic, FC Baltic, very good. A 5-minute weekday daytime call that you...
A gallant effort there, but in the end, Gary's team have 15 and David's team are the winners with 19. So, thanks to David, Lee and Chris, Gary, Rory and Joe, we're all off to get in the shower with Eric. I'm Nick Hancock. They think it's all over. It is now.
Don't forget to join Clive Anderson, Eddie Murphy and Ben Elton in an hour here on BBC One.